So, full moon rituals. First things first is I do have a full moon rituals and a new moon too, since I'm on that highlight. If you go to my profile and just view the highlights, you'll be able to see the different ones that I have, and I have some really great full moon mantras, and most of these tips and probably some extras that I forget will be all in that story highlight, so you can just choose what works best for you. And here's what I want you to know before I dive in. There's no wrong way to do this. You cannot F this up. You just can't. It's whatever feels best for you and whatever feels most aligned for you. I was on my soul sister Steph's podcast called The Rebirth Circle. You can look it up on Spotify or iTunes last week, and we talked about surviving your spiritual awakening with your bestie, and we talked about our soul connection and a little bit about all of this stuff. So if you guys didn't listen to that podcast, definitely go check it out. But I talked about, I was like, why did I mention that? I talked about in there my story on my first full moon ritual and like the whole crystal situation. It was like a mess, but we were laughing so hard when we were talking about the difference between her rituals and my rituals. You guys just have to go listen to it. Just go listen. And if you need the link, just shoot me a DM and I'll send it to you. I can pull it up on Spotify if you can't find it. So first things first is, one, you can't mess this up. Whatever feels most aligned, do that. So for me, setting my crystals, oh, the sun's going under the clouds, so I can actually see you guys. Crystals in the moonlight is something that I do every month. You can set them outside. Remember, you guys, they came from Earth. They came from Mother Earth, so it's okay to put them outside. It's okay to put them in the grass, in the yard. I will sometimes put them like on my table outside. There's a bomber landing, so if I have to pause, that's why. Or you can put them in the windowsill. That's fine too. It's cold here more than it's warm, so most of the time I put it in the windowsill, and that's okay. The energy of the full moon is most potent a couple days before and a couple days after, and obviously the day of. Tonight is the full moon. So I will put all of my crystals, I'll probably put them in the windowsill just because I know it's supposed to get really cold tomorrow, and I don't know if the wind's going to pick up tonight or if it's supposed to tomorrow, and I just don't want them blowing all over the place and then my dog's getting into them. It just doesn't sound like a mess I want to deal with. So I'll put them in the moonlight. Even a couple hours is effective. I just leave them overnight and I just pick them up in the morning. The reason why we want to charge our crystals is our crystals, just like us, pick up and hold energy. Like, they carry their own energy, but they really work hard for us, and they carry not only their own energy, but they pick up the energy of everything else. And so if we stand in that knowing, we want to cleanse them just like we cleanse ourselves, right? So saging them, putting them in the full moon, putting them into the dirt. You can, if you know Reiki, you can do that. Sometimes I do that. I don't usually, though. Selenite is a natural, it charges naturally, so you can lay your crystals to charge on selenite. I have a selenite bowl. Illuminate Your Vibe is my favorite crystal shop, hand down. You can check her out here on Instagram. So I usually charge the crystals that I use that day in my selenite bowl. So that's just like a little side note. If you want to know some crystal basics, link in my bio. I think it says 3 steps to cleanse your energy. Click that, and it's got a bunch of different tips on there. So that's the first thing, is charging your crystals. The second thing, and these are like more me things. So self-care is so important, and right now I know so many of us are home teaching our kids, remote or teleworking. It's a lot, right? It's a lot. And so do not forget to take care of you. It is the most unselfish thing you can do, to take 10 minutes, take 30 minutes to yourself and just dedicate to self-care. So I'm taking a ritual bath. So that can look like Epsom salt. And if you have the pink Himalayan Epsom salt. You can get that at like Walmart or Target. If you don't have it, don't make a trip out right now to go get it. But it's really, really great to cleanse the energy, but so is Epsom salt with essential oils. So, hi husband.
Hi wife.
So, Epsom salt with the 3 oils that I normally put in are lemon, because it's a good detox, rosemary, removes negativity, and lavender, that also removes negativity, but it is also very calming. So I'll put about 5 to 10 drops of each of those oils in my bath with the Epsom salt, with about a cup of Epsom salt, and just kick back and relax. You can throw in some crystals, just a key, like something to kind of remember for what crystals you can put in water. Anything ending in ite, I-T-E, like hematite, selenite, those you do not want to put in water because it will ruin the actual crystal. But like I like to throw in like rose quartz and amethyst are the ones that I do the most. You could light an incense, or whatever feels good, do that. So taking a bath. Next thing, oracle cards. If you guys did not see, for the up to probably tomorrow around 9 or so in the morning, I have an oracle card reading for the full moon in my stories. And so go check that out if you haven't seen it yet. And choose which card feels aligned for you. If you have oracle cards, now's a really great time to do, hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Now's a really great time to do an oracle card reading for yourself. I mean, do it anytime, but doing it under the full moon and just asking, what do I need to know for this next moon cycle? Or what do I need to know about what I need to release with the full moon? The full moon's energy is about releasing, and the new moon's energy is about manifesting and bringing in new beginnings, right? So what do I need to release? What do I need to know about what I need to release? I typically like to do just a 3-card spread, and I tell it like a story. That feels good for me, but you can also look up different layouts of oracle cards or tarot cards, whichever works best for you, and do that. So meditation, the 3rd self-care practice. And I'm not saying you have to do all of these, but this is just some ideas. So meditation, you can find, right now I have a free 5-day meditation class going on. Link is in my bio. You can sign up for that anytime this week. And so doing a guided meditation, there's a lot of really great full moon meditations out there. You could even just put on some nature sounds, or listen to white noise, or whatever feels good, and just meditate and just come back to your body, come back to your breath. So the next thing is journaling, and this is the other thing that I do every full moon as well, same with the new moon, is journaling. What am I ready to release? What is no longer serving me that I'm ready to release? And I journal these things out. Keep it simple. 1 to 3 things is great. If you want to do more, you can. But this is just a really great reminder every month to come back to yourself, to take time for you, and also be able to look within and be like, okay, what's not serving me? What do I need to let go? What's going on in my life that I'm really not jiving with? And so write those things out. And keep it simple. I'm ready to release, blah, 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 whatever it is. If you want to burn it, do it safely. I normally do it in the grill, which is probably not the best idea, but it's safer than burning it in the house. So you can burn it, and that's just symbolizing it, releasing it, sending it to the heavens to be transmuted into love. Or if you want to keep it in your journal, I've done both. I tend to keep it in my journal because I like to look back at it, and I like to see, the progress that I've made over the month or over the months as they pass. That's really cool. So whatever feels good, do that. I think I covered them all. The last thing I will say is just a reminder, go check out my highlights. I'm sure that I missed something. But if you're like, well, I don't have oracle cards, I do oracle card readings. I have a 3-card and a 7-card, so like a mini reading and a full reading. If you just go to 𝑘'𝘮 and click on shop, all the information for that is there, or you can DM me. And then doing a Reiki session, if you know Reiki, doing a self-healing session, or hiring a Reiki master to be able to help you release what's no longer serving you, cleanse your energy. And right now, I mean, especially with the global crisis with COVID-19 and just all the extra energy that's going on, is a really great time to do that as well. I am a quantum Reiki master. Hey, Dana. I am a quantum Reiki master, and so if that is something, that you are feeling aligned with and want to do, link is in the bio, or you can shoot me a DM if you have any questions about that. And again, keep it simple. Oh, I know, the other thing was sage, smudging your home with some sage or some Palo Santo, and again, keep it simple. 3 steps to cleanse your self and your space. That's in my bio. If you're like, oh, I just need some steps, I have 3 simple steps to do that. But just releasing what's no longer serving you. And it's also just, again, that full moon and the new moon is just always that constant, consistent reminder each month to tap in, to go within, to be with the energy of the moon especially. I mean, we as humans are made of like, what, 60%? Is it 60% of water?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not paying attention.
Oh, he's not paying attention to me. Most of the time he's like, are you talking to me or are you talking to the phone? I'm like, talking to the phone, so he just doesn't pay attention anymore. Anyway, I think we're made of like 60, he's laughing at me now. We're made of like 60% of water or whatever. So just like the water is affected by the moon, humans, animals, we're all affected by the energy of the moon. And so it's just that reminder to go back in, to practice that self-care, to release what's no longer serving you. And yeah, just a really fun ritual that you can create and grow on every month. So for me, every month it looks a little bit different. It's really just checking in. What do I need? What feels good? What feels aligned? So tonight I'm definitely doing a bath, and I'll do some journaling, and I'll probably do my own personal oracle card reading, just a mini one. We'll see what I feel like tonight. But anyway, I hope this was helpful for you guys. Please shoot me a message if you guys need anything. My door is always open. I try to respond within a day or two. So yeah, I hope you enjoy your full moon rituals and have a great night.